Hello everybody and a warm welcome back. Long time no see. Where am I right now? I am in Alaska. I said I would do a flight. I was going to fly into Sitka. If you remember, I wanted to do a float plane and fly into Sitka. However, I got a viewer donation while I was away camping and that. And I decided to buy a new airport. It's also in Alaska. So, we are going to be flying into Northern Skies rendition, not of Sitka, but of Ketchikan, my old base in the Alaska Winds VA back in the day. Although I spent more time probably flying out of Stewart in British Columbia, but that was officially where my hub was in Ketchikan. Nome was taken, so I couldn't get it by the owner of the VA, Zhao. So, and our steed for this is the legend, the venerable de Havilland Beaver by Thranda. By far the best rendition of the Thranda Beaver in any flight simulator, in my humble opinion. We are currently at Klawok, and I'm going to head down. We're going to head south. I'm going to head towards Annette Island, and just before we get there, I'm going to make a left, and we've got some winds in Ketchikan, so I'm expecting the waves to be not fun. Hopefully I don't I don't prop ditch the prop into the water. The winds are 340 at 10. They're 300 at 10 in the actual harbor. So we'll be landing on the west-northwest water runway across from the airport. And hopefully we can get her pulled up to a dock somewhat, and then I will take you up. We are on live weather, live time. Sim Heaven and Global Forest is in use. I am not using ortho. This is default live weather and real time in X-Plane 12, and default terrain mesh out there. The Noble Weather plugin is in use in conjunction with X-Plane 12's default live weather. We're in X-Plane 12.2.0 beta 2, and this is version 1.0.9 of the Thranda de Havilland Beaver. I'm going to get us set up. We're going to take off on runway 20. We'll go up. This is not a speed demon, so we'll do the takeoff. I'll go up a bit, and then I'll bring you back when we probably are starting the descent and going on our crosswind leg to land in Ketchikan, and then we'll take a look at the airport. Don't forget to smash the like, the share, the comment, subscribe. If you click show more after you've rung the bell so you get notified whenever I make a community post, reply to your comment, or upload a new video. You will find where you can get this aircraft. It is Payware. Ketchikan obviously is Payware as well. Global Forest, that's Payware. So there is a number of Payware. Global Forest, I like it because I don't like the default trees in X-Plane 12. I know Q8 does. Q8 Pilot, I don't. So yeah, I use Global Forest. But I'm not using ortho because Northern Sky always includes an ortho tile for around the airport and surrounding area. So I want to see what they've done, and I don't want to have any overlap or conflict or anything like that. You will also find where you can get Sim Heaven, etc., and all that kind of stuff. Bunch of my other add-ons will not be in use today, like better pushback and all that kind of stuff, because obviously we don't need it. You'll also find my computer specs, a link to my Discord, always free to join it, and also how you can help support the channel. Like, But all they said was their name was Chris. So Chris, thank you very much for the donation. They did it via PayPal. They said, you know, buy an airport or something. And I'm like, okay. So I did. And I bought Northern Sky's rendition of Ketchikan, which, if I recall, they also made, and I had it for FSX or FS9. They made it for X-Plane 10, I think, or 11 and 12. They may have even made it for P3D. I'm pretty sure it was them that I had in Microsoft Flight Simulator back in the day as well. They might even have it for FS 2020, I'm not sure. Anyway, I am glad to have you on board. I'll see you on the runway. And here we go. We'll just have a bit of a back taxi. One thing with this aircraft, you steer it with differential braking. The rudder is not really going to help you on this aircraft. It might, well, not when you're using the amphibious version. It might in the wheel version. I tend to fly the float plane version simply because, well, options. You know, I can land anywhere. A really gravelly logging kind of strip might be a bit of a stretch for this, obviously. Weather's not too bad. I mean, it's absolutely glorious freaking spring day by Alaska standards, that's for sure. You'll find this aircraft much easier to fly if you have rudder pedals. It's just the nature of the beast with this aircraft. You know, it all comes down to differential braking, which I'm not very good at. And do not go hog wild on the throttle. And you will need some right rudder ring, because this wasp radial engine, baby. Oh God, it sounds so glorious. Well, you want to go up? Okay, girl. Up we'll go. You're coming up. Don't need any flaps. I only have, most of the fuel is all in the center tank at present. I dumped the tip tanks into it. And we'll just trim it a little bit here. Like I said, this thing is not a speed demon by any stretch. By the way, if you can't get your avionics on, make sure you do this. This controls the avionics. I guess I should have you on, eh? Not that I'm on VATSIM, so it's not a big deal, really. And once I get just a tick more altitude, I'll make the left. Actually, what's it like over there? Yeah. By the way, the crossfeed, not the cross, well, sort of crossfeed. If you want to empty the tip tanks, it's up on the left-hand side. Okay, let's get some trim in. Just a tick. And here we go. Aside. Oh, what a gorgeous aircraft. It's not called a legend for nothing. I could technically just fly this heading all basically down towards the net island, but she is so majestic, I tell you. This is my favorite general aviation aircraft in aviation history, the de Havilland-Beaver. Absolutely love this thing. I remember seeing my first one ever in real life, and it hadn't been converted to those freaking, you know, Kenmore, you know, turbine conversion things. Still had a wasp radial engine, and this thing just bitted and choked and freaking belched and everything, and then this cloud of smoke came out, and it was like, that is the most glorious sound I've ever heard in my life. And I fell in love with it. It was, where was I when I saw it? I think it was by the Expo lands in Montreal. I was there with my parents when I was a kid. Back in 1967. Except we were there in 69, I think it was, or 70. And it was just... hearing this aircraft was just spectacular. Yeah, I don't want to get up too high. We're still hand flying it, so. I'm basically just doing, I have a flight plan in, but I haven't turned anything on. Basically, I'm just doing it VFR. We have a high enough ceiling, so. I tend to fly this just by sound. Yeah, you see, I got 20 and then 30. Yeah. I tend to fly it by sound more than anything. This does have a autopilot and that, and of course you got the 530, so you can do an ILS approach if you want. Obviously, we're going to be landing on water because I want to try it, and that wind, I am feeling it. I'm kind of on the course anyway. One thing I can highly recommend, even though I don't fly it a lot on the channel, make videos flying in Alaska. Having flown for a VA up here for like 5 years, I tell you, you could spend your entire life just flying Alaska. There are so many airstrips. And then there's ones that only exist in the winter. Like for we used to do a virtual Iditarod where we each picked a musher and we flew support for them, making sure there was food for the dog. It's all make-believe, but we had our own custom sceneries for it and everything else like that, custom liveries. And you literally, in Alaska, you could fly to and from a different airport every single day, probably multiple times in a day, like 2 times a day, and never ever fly to the same 2 airports twice in a year. There are so many. You could spend your entire life just flying Alaska. Again, this would look better with ortho. I don't think it looks horrible. I think it should have some snow on it though. I'm just going to go through this gap. You know what? Little cheat. You go there. Heading. Vertical speed up. I think 700 feet a minute will do. Let's get you guys lined up. And navigation. Oh, no. Heading. No, I don't want to go into the mountain tanks. I can do that all on my own. I don't need you to do it for me. Outside. Just so pretty up here. 5,000 will be enough. I think the METAR said ceiling is around 6. Give or take. At Ketchikan, it's 12,000 feet. I think 5 will be more than high enough. This aircraft does not have anti-ice, so you definitely want to keep yourself clear of that. I can tell you that much. And navigation. We should be good now. There's always a little tick of flaps out on the Beaver for some reason. There we go. I'm just using the built-in cameras. As you can see, modeled interior. You can also configure it for cargo. As you can see with all the straps and all that. And you've got your hip. Handy dandy, nifty. If you ever find out it's like, I should have taken more fuel, you can just cheat and do this. You know. You can do that and it'll work. Docking hold. This is, don't bother with the parking brake if you're on water and expect to hold at the dock. Pull up to the side to the dock and then hit this. And that will lock you in place. Tie downs will not do anything. You can't tie yourself down into water. And there we go. And how is everything doing there? We will lean you a bit. How's the cylinder head temperatures and everything? Carb temp is doing fine, so I can turn you off for now. Ooh, I really drained that sucker down, eh? Got lucky there. Always keep thinking center. Anyway, so we are in a bit of fog and cloud. So what I'm going to do is I am going to bring you back. And we'll go in and check out Ketchikan from Northern Sky Studios. Again, don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe. Expect to see more GA on the channel going forward. I love my 7, my 777 and that, don't get me wrong. But I really, flying this all morning, flying around the lower mainland, over on Vancouver Island, going to Salt Spring Island and stuff like that. It's like, man, I've missed flying GA. Problem is, everybody freaking, you can just tell by view counts. If you do an airliner, man, your view count goes like double. People just don't seem to be interested in GA, and I don't know why. This is the roots of aviation. You ain't getting in a jet until you can learn how to fly one of these. Maybe not the Beaver, but you know what I mean. You got to prove you can handle a GA aircraft and then a twin engine GA aircraft before you ever get anywhere near a high performance turbo or prop or turbine engine aircraft. So getting the basics and fundamentals here is the way you end up. Not that I am a real world pilot, I'm just saying you can't get your commercial pilot license unless you've got your private pilot license, and for that you're going to be in one of these. There's your primer, just in case you're curious. When it's really cold, you will need to use the primer and the wobble pump. That's the wobble pump. Do not think this is cowl flats, just a word of warning. This is the emergency fuel shut-up. It kills the flow from all tanks instantly, just by lifting it up. Saves you having to fumble around with this. And this thing can glide for like a good distance, so. Anyway, I will bring you back when we are getting closer to our airport. Thanks for flying along with me. And okay, welcome back. There's Annette Island. We'll be hanging a left. I did put in a procedure just to get us over towards where we're going to be landing is almost right beside runway 29. There is some terrain around, so don't get too loosey-goosey with your altitude. And now we'll do vertical speed. What are you at right now? There we go. We will go to down 500, which should be fine. And we'll pull some power out. I don't want to get too much speed. One thing with this aircraft, this is modeled. If you keep coming down and you've got the engine still lean for when you were at like 5,000 feet, the engine will cut out. Because there's just not enough fuel. And obviously living in Vancouver now, although I used to go down and watch them all the time, anyways, even when I was living out in the valley, I see the harbor airplanes come in all the time into Vancouver. It is astonishing. They descend at like 900 feet per minute on final. Like that nose is way down. It's unbelievable. But it's because of the flaps, you know, and then the pilots correct the trim and prop and all that as they are descending and that, and it's not until the last I don't know, maybe half kilometer, nautical mile, where they start to readjust the pitch and really start to knock off the speed. And I am going to intervene. And we're going to go to heading. Oh, wrong one. Heading. Thank you. I activated approach and it's like, no, I don't. I just don't want to have to deal with that island. Oh, you know what? I have to deal with that island, actually. Altitude. Level off. I need to go around this peak because the airport is on the other side of it. Dummy. Not paying attention to your charts, bud. Not good. That's alright, it means I get to do some valley flying, which is fine. Well, kind of. I don't have the ILS tuned in for the runway anyway. It was more just to get me kind of going towards it. I got to come around here to get to one of the waypoints.
Caution terrain. Caution terrain.
The terrain is fine. This is a Beaver. It can handle anything. It's not called the Immortal One for nothing. Oh, although the wind's not playing nice. Oh, it's fine. Relax.
Caution terrain. Caution terrain.
This is one of the easier ways to fly this aircraft, is heading hold mode.
Caution terrain. Caution terrain.
The terrain is fine. I can see it.
Caution terrain.
I should have kept going down further past the Annette Island and just cleared this whole thing and came out down over here. And we'll get the mixture up and bring some prop back in. Get it more towards a landing configuration, if you will. Oh, lovely. Atmospherics in that are awesome in 12.2.0 beta 2. Like, you can really see the moisture in the air because the sun at this time of year is just not intense enough and not up high enough and that to really burn a lot of this stuff off properly. Heading off. There we go. Altitude off, approach off. That's better. Well, I don't need you up that high, but... Retrim the aircraft. I know this is a bit longer video, sorry about that. But I'm going to be honest, I've just been having so much fun flying. Because I ended up not being able to really fly all that much at all. And I was away for that time. Get our landing lights on. So many channels around here. Man, that looks good. Not to say I haven't seen some Minecraft clouds, if you will. And you see, you get this thing trimmed properly. It's like I've got like two fingers on my yoke. That's it. Minor corrections I'm using the yoke, the rudder pedals for. And she really reacts to power and pitch, so don't go haywire. Okay, I'm not out of trim. Cool. Excellent, Smithers. Like that Supertramp song, Take the Long Way Home. I have a nasty habit of being too high, like going, I want to be up a bit higher, I want to be up a bit higher, and it's like, no, you should have been lower. Well, I know somebody will be happy that it's a longer video. Kit and Cindy should be. Especially since I don't do GA as often as I used to. But I want to start doing more. I don't have as many GA aircraft. As I would like. So if you want to help out the channel, links are down below. xplane.org gift card. Or, PayPal, like Chris did, works. I wonder if it's my friend Chris from back east. His father owns one of these. Chris owns it now. Because his dad got his wings clipped. It was age. You know, it's the saddest thing. Here we go. And the airport is, well, the airport is up ahead. But of course we're going to the floatplane base. I will start to bring in some flops. Ketchikan, of course, is a huge hub for cruise ships during the summer. I don't know if some of them actually spend the winter up here or not. A little bit more power. Coming down a little quick. That, I believe, is a place where they bring sailboats and power boats in for servicing and stuff like that. Like a marine mechanic, supplier, and retrofitting and all that kind of stuff. I think. I wanted to be at 15, we're at 14, so that's fine. Last check of the METAR, make sure nothing changed. 3039 still. We'll have a 7-knot headwind and a 7-knot crosswind coming off our right, which means the wind's going to come down here, which means it's going to lift my right wing. Oh, this is so much fun to fly. Again, apologies, it's a bit longer video, but it's just the atmospherics now with the clouds the way they are, how they're looking nice and dark on the underside because, you know, the ground not reflecting the light back. Whereas in more open water, it is reflecting light back up underneath the cloud. Got ships. Lovely. What are those? And you can see Ketchikan right there. That's the actual airport. Oh, they look like cruise ships. Okay. I didn't think there'd be any up here this time of year, but... I have a lot of play in my yoke, so don't... it's a cheap yoke. Yeah, it's a Logitech. Not the greatest, and they get this dead play spot kind of thing, and if you touch it, it goes up, and if you push it, just get it to neutral, like there's no neutral spot in it, if you will, so it either goes up or it goes down. And we are a little quick, but the thing is, this thing has bulletproof flaps. Awesome with the ships. And the runway we're landing, there's a short one here, but we're going on this one. And because I will be pulling power out, I'm going to put the carb heat on because it's it's around 3 degrees Celsius. And We do have visible moisture in the air. I do not want my car icing up. I'm not all that heavy, so I am not going to go crazy on the flaps. Thankfully, the hills to the right are sheltering the water somewhat, so going to be a bit smoother to land than I thought. And here we go. Oh. Ah, that is just beautiful. And there's the airport. It's a very simple airport, Ketchikan. Even in real life. I've seen pictures. It's like, it's pretty basic. Okay, and now we'll pitch up just a tick. Come on, baby, give me a good landing. Make sure you have the nose somewhat up. Otherwise, that front... I wish they had a pure float version. I'm down already? Really? Holy crap, I didn't even feel that. I thought I was... Wow, that's the best freaking landing I've ever done. I didn't even feel that. Good Lord. The amphibian, there's the ferries. That's the only way you can get over to the mainland. There is no bridge. What side do I want to park on? Because there's two docks, if I recall. We'll park with the one over by the airport. I think it's right over here. Where is it? Back there. No, it's up ahead. I'm just beside myself. That is the best seaplane landing I think I have ever done. Ever. Like on the, like in a video or just period. That just beautifully went into the water. Didn't even feel a bump. Nothing. Mind you, I was really trying to control the throttle. Like nudging it ever so slowly downwards, as opposed to my usual habit of just, okay, yeah, we're low enough, just kill the throttle. Yeah, there's a walkway, so yeah, this is the dock. Okay, I have to get in. Now, having somewhat calm seas didn't hurt, that is for sure. Now, can I make it 2 for 2? A good landing and a good docking. Kill the engine. And this is what I was talking about. You go like that and done. Now it will hold position. No tie downs needed. Welcome to Ketchikan. Boy, I got you right at the door, eh? Let's get the lights and the battery and all that off. Magneto's off. Ooh. Fuel off for sure. Alternator, pitot heat, landing, strobes, nav, beacon. Battery off. Okay, let's go up and take a look and see what they have done. Shall we? I'm just beside myself with that landing. I've never landed a float plane that well. So as we see, as with Sitka, yeah, that does look like they're obviously got something to do with ships. What have we got down here? Taquan Air, private air service, I'm going to say. This has me furious. Oh, do they put... Ah! They put rail cars onto barges and tug them over here, is my thinking. Okay, it's not modeled inside, but I mean, I didn't expect it to be. Is that a sign or just... well, that's a bit of an anomaly. Okay. And let's go over to the airport proper. Now, typically, Northern Sky does model the interior of the... This is really cool addition. Having the ferries. We will look at the interior. This is nice. You've got the causeways and walkways and that covered. Not sure what's supposed to be there. That's cool. Little picnic area. That'd be an awesome place to have a picnic. Okay, let's go inside. Quick, I don't want this to be too long for you. Ah, they didn't model this one. Nope. Well, this is the hangar's kind of model with that. That's kind of cool. That doesn't upset me at all. I know some people it will. Sitka does have modeling inside, if I remember correctly. I would sooner save the frame rate than... I mean, I'm a pilot. Like... Well, make-believe pilot, obviously. Let's take a look at it at night. That is lovely. I don't think at 3 a.m. in the morning you're not landing here. They don't allow flights. Obviously. Not seeing any center line lighting. I will have to write them about that. Because that doesn't seem right. Although maybe in real life it doesn't have it. I don't know. I've never been here. Let's do that. Let's see what it looks like, and hopefully it rains. Usually takes a minute. Well, I can see snow. Let's see how the reflections are. Nice. It is ice, pure ice, which is what it should be, given the temperature I set. Okay. See it in the daytime. Snow starting to make its presence known. Okay, I've seen what I want to see, and hopefully you have as well. Anyways, that's going to do it for this one. I hope you enjoyed this flight, everybody. If you did, be sure to leave us a like, a share, a comment, subscribe. As I said, no, return to X-Plane. Resume. If you did, the like, share, comment, subscribe, ring the bell, you know the whole thing. Again, we are agenda free on this channel. I don't care if you buy or download anything I ever show you. That is really pretty. We're agenda free. Everything is bought with my own money and viewer donations. If you'd like to help contribute to that, links are down below. Just click show more, 2 different ways. You'll also find my Discord where you can download this scenery, which at present, because of Easter, I think, it is on sale for $14.95, I believe. The ortho is separate. It's included in the download. But if you've got your own custom ortho for XP kind of thing that you want to use, you just simply don't copy over that ortho package that Northern Sky has given you. I wanted to show you what it looked like if you did, and I'm very happy with it. The price is good. It's $14.95 or whatever your regional equivalent is. It is X-Plane 12 native. I do not believe that. I think they have an X-Plane 11 version as well, but it's a completely different purchase. Anyways, my name's David. It's been my pleasure to take you on this flight from Klawak down to Northern Sky's rendition of Ketchikan. I'm not sure what's up with the curvature on the stuff. Well, who knows? Anyways, until the next time, folks, I want you to stay safe, be kind to one another, keep the blue side up, and I will see you in the skies. Take care, everyone. Have a great rest of the week. We'll see maybe in a week or so. I think I'm going to fly out of here and go to Stewart. Have a good one, everyone. Take care. God bless.